going to discuss about codominance, another deviations of Mendelian principle. So, what is codominance? Co means together, dominance means the character which expressed in F1 generation. According to Mendel's laws of dominance, the character which expressed in the F1 generation is known as dominance. But this is codominance. Co means together. So, it is a condition where two alleles express themselves independently when present together in an organism. Codominance is a condition where two alleles express themselves independently when present together in a heterozygous condition in an organism. In heterozygous condition. Okay. Or it is a phenomenon in which offspring shows resemblance to both the parents. Codominance is a phenomenon where the offspring, the F1 progenies, shows resemblance to both the parents. Okay. For example, AB blood grouping in humans and coat color in cattle. Okay. Codominance is a condition where both the alleles, two alleles, expressed themselves independently when present together in a heterozygous condition in an organism. Or in other words, codominance is a phenomenon where the F1 progenies show resemblance to both the parents. Example, AB blood grouping in humans and coat color in cattle. Let's see AB blood grouping in humans. Blood groups are controlled by gene I. Blood groups are controlled by gene I. And gene I contains three types of alleles: IA, IB and IO. Okay. I gene controls the blood groups in human being. Okay. Which has three alleles: IA, IB and IO. IA and IB are dominant and IO or small I is recessive. Okay. IA produces antigen A and IB produces antigen B. But IO does not produces any kind of antigen. Okay. Both IA and IB alleles are dominant over the IO allele. IO is the recessive allele. Okay. The alleles or the I gene present on the surface of RBC or red blood cells. When IA is present on the surface of RBC, it will produces the antigen A. Okay. When IB present on the surface of RBC, it will produces the antigen B. Okay. When the allele IO present on the surface of RBC, it does not produces any kind of antigen. As human being is a diploid organism, a person can possesses two alleles out of three alleles. Okay. The blood groups are controlled by gene I and the gene I contains three alleles. As human being is diploid organism, it can contain two alleles out of three alleles. Okay. On the surface of RBC or red blood cell. If they are present, suppose this is RBC cell of any human being. If they are present IA and IO on the surface of RBC, then the blood group will be A, because the IA produces antigen A, but IO cannot produces any kind of antigen, because IO is the recessive allele. So blood group will be A. Okay. If they are present IB and IO on the surface of RBC, then the blood group will be B, because the IB can produces the antigen B and IO does not produces any kind of antigen. So the blood group will be B. If they are present only IO and IO on the surface of RBC, then the blood group will be O, because there is no dominant allele, so the blood group will be O. When there is no A and B, only IO present on the surface of RBC, the blood group will be O. Okay. But in case when they are present both IA and IB on the surface of RBC, the blood group will be AB, because IA and IB are dominant. IA and IB both are dominant. IA will produce the antigen A and the IB will produce the antigen B. So they together expressed themselves independently. Okay. IA and IB together expressed themselves independently to form the blood group AB. Okay. This is the condition of codominance. This is the condition or example of codominance. Okay. When they are present both IA and IB on the surface of RBC, then the AB blood group will form. Okay. This is the condition of codominance. पिलामाने codominance शब्दर अर्थ है co means together, सह सहित एका सांगरे, dominance means प्रभाव, तो सह प्रभावी. codominance शब्दर अर्थ है सह प्रभावी. जेतबेले दुईटा जाक आलेल एका सांगरे निजोकु नेक्स्ट जनरेशन रे एक्सप्रेस करूचंती तांको कहा जाउची सह प्रभावी. It is a condition where two alleles express themselves independently when present together in a heterozygous conditions in an organism. Okay. Or in other words, it is a phenomenon in which offspring shows resemblance to both the parents. एहा एक प्रक्रिया जहा द्वारा जेतोले नेक्स्ट जेनेरेशन बा नेक्स्ट F1 प्रोजेनी उभय पिता एवं मातांग सहित सामंजस्य देखा देउचंदी. जेतोले पिला मानकर सामंजस्य एका सांगरे बापा एवं मार देखा देउची ताकू कह जाउची कोन सह प्रभावी गुण बा कोडोमिनेंस बोली कह जाउची. उदाहरण AB ब्लड ग्रुपिंग इन ह्यूमन बीइंग. तो ब्लड ग्रुप्स आर कंट्रोल्ड बाय I जीन. I जीन ब्लड ग्रुप को कंट्रोल करूची एवं I जीन कोन करूची ना तीनटा एलेल कंटेन करूची. I जीन कंटेन्स 3 एलेल्स. ओके. आमी जानि छे जनरली गोटे जीन दुईटा allele contain करूची एठी कोन होउची I gene तीनटा allele contain करूची I gene contains IA IB and IO okay and IO can also written as small I where IA and IB both are dominant over IO okay all the alleles present on the surface of RBC okay on the surface of a plasma membrane of red blood cell when they are present IA on the plasma membrane of red blood cell it will produces antigen A when they are present IB it will produces antigen B but when IO is present on the surface of a plasma membrane, it does not produce any kind of antigen. That's why IO or small I is the recessive allele. Okay. When in case of a human being, मनुष्य क्षेत्र रे कोन होची मनुष्य जेहेतु गोटे डाइप्लॉइड ऑर्गेनिज्म तो मनुष्य तीनटा भितरु जे कोनोसी दुईटी allele contain करिथिबो ओके when they are present IA and IO IO is the recessive character so IA produces the sugar or antigen A that's why the blood group will be A when they are present IB and IO on the surface of RBC then IB or B produces the antigen B or sugar B and IO does not produces any kind of sugar or antigen that's why the blood group will be B when they are present only the recessive allele IO and IO the blood group will be O because there is no dominant allele in absent of dominant allele the recessive allele can express itself okay but in case of the condition where both IA and IB are present on the surface of RBC, they will expressed together simultaneously and the blood group will be AB. So this is due to the condition of codominance. Let's see another example that is coat color in cattle. When a red coat color cattle will crossed with the white coat color cattle, the genotype of red coat is capital R and white coat color cattle the genotype is capital W. They will produce the gamete R capital R from capital R and capital W from capital W. Okay. When we crossed both the red coat color and white coat color cattle in the F1 generation, we can found the roan color or roan coat color cattle. Roan is the color that is red plus white patches. In the F1 progeny, both the coat color will express. That is, both the color that is the roan color. Roan means the white and red color patches. Okay. It is the phenomenon of codominance where the F1 progeny resembles to both the parents. Okay. When we crossed the red coat color cattle containing or carrying genotype capital R to white coat color cattle of genotype capital W in the F1 progeny, the genotype will be capital R and capital W and both are expressed themselves independently together when present in the heterozygous conditions. That is, capital R and capital W. Both the phenotypic character expressed in the F1 progeny. And this is the condition of codominance. So, this is all about the codominance and other deviations of Mendelian principle. In the next video, in the next class, we will discuss about the multiple allelism and pleiotrophy. Till then, keep watching and keep learning. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, that is ANS Biology, for more video. Thank you.